Hey everyone, it's Cardboard Collector coming to you with another video, and this time we're going to be doing it on the Marvel Legends Maximum Series Deadpool. So this is one that I've anticipated for a while. I actually knew about it. I had an inside source that didn't spoil it because I promised him I wouldn't because he really wasn't supposed to know about it. And so he's a good friend of mine that runs a shop, and so I didn't want to get him in any trouble or anything. So I held it shut, but I knew that after they announced Spider-Man that there was supposed to be Hulk and then Deadpool. So I was anticipating this figure. I was ready for it. I was excited about it, especially because at the time, my favorite version of this was the Mayfax one. And the Mayfax one, this is before they reissued it. And so, it was hard to get a hold of him. And I was like, the version I had, I think I had that con exclusive one that come with the Hydra Bob. And it was pretty good. It had a lot of articulation stuff, came with a lot of different things, but it wasn't, something about it just really wasn't quite just there. So anyway, so when they announced this one, or when they finally announced this one, I was really excited to see it and everything. I was like, oh man, all right, this is probably, it's gonna be really cool. So I'm glad to finally get it in hands, and just to be able to finally come to all three of these, because I did the review on the Spider-Man. I was one of the first ones to get it out there, and then I did a review on the Hulk, which are both on my channel if you want to take a look at those. So to be able to complete the trifecta here, for lack of a better term, is it feels good. So, anyways, without further ado, let's just roll into this thing here. So as you can see, he is a great looking figure. I mean, I love what they did here. I mean, he looks great. The style they went with is more of a modern look for Deadpool, and it looks really good all the way around. So first thing, as having this in hand, that I noticed out of all the Deadpools I've had, besides the because there's been a lot of Deadpools. They Marvel Legends has gave us an abundance of Deadpools, which I was kind of wondering, I couldn't believe they were actually going to do a Deadpool. I mean, as far as the Maximum series go, I mean, I figured we would get one at some point, but they ain't been that long ago since we had the other one. Not really. And so it was like, oh, okay, well, I thought they would have gave us somebody that, we haven't had that many versions of, that it really could use an update. But now I'm glad they did Deadpool. Don't get me wrong. Deadpool is one of my favorite characters in Marvel of all time. But, I'm just kind of surprised that, they could have went a few different directions. Now, don't get me wrong. Love this figure. But one of the first things I noticed, though, saying all that, was I'm finally glad, which a lot of these versions don't, except for like I said, the con version, that one that came with Hydra Bob. They finally gave Deadpool the right amount, or the right kind of hands. And I guess I'm saying that is like, you have the goofy hands, but finally they gave us some closed fist hands, which a lot of the Deadpools, I don't think some of them had that. And then the ones that had like a hand where they grip something, or a trigger finger, or a hand, or whatever, he'd have like the pinky out, and just a lot of the weird different hands. I'm glad to finally get like a really good set of stuff with this Deadpool. Anyway, so like I said, I mean, he looks good and everything. So he looks great. Let's go ahead and get into articulation. So first thing off, this sword harness, you can move these up here, but I do not believe that this comes off back here. I'm not going to try to take it off because I don't want to mess up the figure, but I don't believe it comes off. But you can move these so they don't hinder articulation really. But in the neck, you have a ball joint in the neck. You have a ball joint in the head, so he can look up about that far. He can look down pretty far. He can side to side crack that neck. I mean, they gave him the Maximum series treatment for sure. Coming up here to the arms, you can 360 the arms. They do rotate all the way around. You have a nice butterfly joint in here, which I'm glad that they gave us. I was going to be very, with the Maximum series, you kind of have to now. You gave it to Spider-Man. You gave it to the Hulk. You gotta stick with that. You gotta stick with that momentum there. You have a upper rotation at the bicep here, double jointed pinless elbows, and then you have these nice gauntlets here that can, the right here, I was gonna say they can move. I don't think they can. They don't actually. They're stuck into place. I was gonna say I don't think they do, but right here at the wrist, you have the normal wrist pegs here where you can 360, and then you have the hinge here. Going into the waist, they have a ball joint up top, so you can 360 that bad boy. You can turn it which way. You can go side to side. You can crunch down over about that far, crunch back about that far. The swords don't really get in the way or anything. It's just kind of how far back it goes. And then you can have the standard. You do have the ab crunch here. The belt kind of gets in the way a little bit, but not much. See, but you can bend them down that far, so that's as far you can bend with both of them. You can bend them back pretty good there with both of them again. You do have, there is no waist articulation here. There is no drop down legs like the Spider-Man. They did not actually give him drop downs, which I'm kind of surprised. You know, Deadpool's a very flexible person, so I'm surprised they didn't give him that. But your legs can go pretty good, pretty far up here on this side. On this side right here, they're not really hindered by the guns too much. You can still get a good kick here. You can go back about that far. The butt cheek's not very movable back here. I have upper thigh rotation here. Double jointed pinless knees that look really good. Top of the boot cut swivel here, or not swivel, but top of boot cut rotation. And then you have, you can bring the foot up about that far. You can bring it down really far. You got side to side ankle pivot and toe hinges, just like on Spider-Man and the Hulk. So he got the maximum series treatment for sure, and it really shows, and he looks amazing. He's amazing. I love this Deadpool. All right, so going into accessories, as he's a maximum figure, we should have a lot of accessories. There should be something for the price point besides just some updated articulation. And I think we got it here. I mean, he comes with quite a few accessories. So let's go into. So the most important starting off is we have his sidekick. And if any of you don't know who he is, apparently you've never read a Deadpool comic. So this is kind of a callback for me. Is the last time I seen him, it was he came with the Toy Biz version of Deadpool a long time ago. I mean, years ago, many moons ago. He came with the Toy Biz version of Deadpool. So this is a great callback to that. When they showed the hint on there, I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is for sure it then. And so that's a great callback to the Toy Biz version. I'm really glad they brought him into here. So that's awesome. And because I owned the original Toy Biz figure, and I loved it, and you know, so to me it's very nostalgic to see this combination of these two again. So that's really cool. So enough with the mush. We're gonna keep moving. So next, let's go into. I was gonna go into weapons, but let's go into. We got a lot of hands here. Let's go into his hands. So you have. As far as hands, you have his fisted hands that he already has, and then you have some finger point and gun hands. You got one for each side, and each of them's a little different. One's, you know, the fingers out, thumbs up like that, and the other one's, you know, like that. So he's got your finger guns. You have sword holding hands, which are the same on each side, or item holding hands. Mostly sword, but you do have item. There are, you know, for the items too. You have trigger finger hands, which do really good with the guns, with the pews. And then we have a thumbs up hand here that goes on his right hand, and then we have a peace sign, which, or your Deadpool probably finger gouge, or not finger, an eye gouge fingers here, that goes on the left side. Then moving on, we have a alternate head, which is Deadpool with his mask raised up. And that looks really cool. It looks really good. I have the unmasked head for Deadpool somewhere. I cannot find it. And I'm going to try to see if, because I remember one point I was trying to put it on my Marvel, or my Mezco Deadpool, the original Mezco Deadpool that came out. And it's probably still in the bag with him somewhere. So I'm going to keep trying to look and see if I can find it. And I'm sure it'll fit on the ball joint on this head, I hope. And that so I can kind of finally give that unmasked head. I think it will look good on here. Moving to the guns here, or the pews. You have here the this big old massive Oh my god, my brain just left me. Sorry guys, it's late at night when I'm doing this review. My brain is leaving me right now. Um, I forgot what you call this. M80? Is it an M80? I think. I don't know. Don't hate me on it. I cannot. My brain's not working now. But a light machine gun here. Then we have this weapon here, which I'm guessing some sort of like laser rifle looking weapon. It's got a scope and everything on it. I mean, it looks really cool, really gnarly looking. Then we have a AK-47 here that comes with it. So those are like the kind of the three here. And then let's some of the accessories here on Deadpool. He comes with a pistol. He comes with two of them. You got the holster. Both holsters are on the same side, which I don't quite understand that, but I think it is accurate for Deadpool. He does have a setup kind of like this, but you get two of these like kind of a 1911 pistols here. And then you have his swords, which are kind of the standard swords we've been getting with Deadpool now for the last few releases. So with the handles in black. And then you have his baby knife, which is kind of the knife we've been getting ever since they started back with the Bucky cap. All them years ago. So that's all the accessories on him here. And then the last few we have here, we have some pew effects. And there are all these like red translucent laser kind of pew effects. And there are three different ones, three different sizes. Small, medium, large. And then last but not least, we have a chimichanga. Of course, you can't have Deadpool without having a chimichanga here. And then you have a stick of dynamite that says dynamite. So that's all the accessories that comes with them. Really good accessories. Is it worse for some people as far as these amount of accessories for price? I don't know, but I enjoy them. So I'm gonna move him out of the way, and let's go ahead and move into comparison time. That's what I think a lot of you come to see. So the first comparison that comes to mind, like I said, when I'm thinking about this Deadpool, as far as replacing my favorite, is going to be the Mafex version here of Deadpool. So I did catch the reissue when it came back out before this one was announced. And as I can say, as I'm having them side by side, the more I handle this one, the more I like it a little bit better. There's things I like about both. I like the more of the color scheme, the brighter red here and stuff, and the just some of the overall articulation you kind of get with Mafex. But I will say that it's hard for me to really say this. I think I like the Maximum Series Deadpool just a little better. And the only reason I'm going to say that is proportionally, he feels good. Everything about him is really good. The price point's cheaper. Even with the reissue's still more. The biggest factor for me is that the Marvel Legends, the Maximum Series here, comes with guns. A ton of guns. And it's Deadpool. You should have guns. The Mafex version does not give us guns. And I don't know if it's because of some sort of law or something overseas that Mafex can't put guns, but at the same time it's like, well, we got them with like John Wick and a lot of other Mafex figures, so why Deadpool didn't come with them doesn't really make much sense to me. I don't really know. I think the lack of guns, which is a big, Deadpool uses swords a lot too, but he uses pistols a lot too. I mean, the fact you didn't even give him pistols is a big no for me, a big letdown on my part. So yeah, Marvel Legends definitely delivered on this one. So I definitely feel like the Maximum Series here is going to be taking the place of this Mafex one. Well, I'm going to leave him up here for a second. The other comparison I have here is the one of the more kind of recent releases is the Deadpool Wolverine movie Marvel Legends version Deadpool. I was going to put him up here with the SH Figure Arts version. I do have him too, but I cannot find that one. It's here somewhere. I don't think I sold it. I did a review on it. It's been a few months ago, but I don't believe I sold it, but I can't find it. I'm sure it's here somewhere. But here he is with the Ryan Reynolds version of the movie Deadpool, and they look really good together. I think those look good. I can't wait. The Mezco one comes out. I got that one coming in. Like, it's right around the corner. It should be getting here any day. So I'll be definitely comparing this one with that one as soon as it comes in. But there we are with some Deadpools. Next up, I think you got to have, being Deadpool, you got to have some Wolverines. Here he is with the astonishing version of Wolverine, Astonishing X-Men. And then here he is with the Gamerverse, Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine. These are two I kind of had near me at the time. As you can see, this one's taller. So as far as the scale with him and Deadpool here, he's a bigger, bulkier guy. And we'll get into that in his own review here. But I think that these two kind of line up really well together. I think with this version of Deadpool, it needs to be the Astonishing Wolverine. Looks really good with it. But I mean, you can have him with the 97 classic, version, whatever. But I think that these two definitely line up together really good. So glad to have those side by side. All right, so last but not least with these comparisons, I think the best thing we have now, since we can do all three of them, here he is with the Maximum Series Spider-Man. And then here he is with the Maximum Series Hulk. So now we have all of them here. Here's all three of the Maximum Series line that came out this year. And they look great together. I can definitely see a difference with these figures versus some of their counterparts. Like I said in each of my reviews, each of them has their own uniqueness, and then some of it is, like within the case of the Hulk, there's some differences, but there's not. But there, as far as the Maximum line goes, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed these three figures. So, and I know there's more to come, and I can't wait. I'm hoping we get a Thor. I'm hoping we get maybe a better Iron Man. I know we have that one that was just released on Amazon, the 2-pack, but it's not, it's still not quite at that Maximum Series level, as far as a lot of things. So I'm hoping they'll continue with this Maximum Series. I mean, I've bought all of them so far. Some of them I even bought more than one version. I think I bought a few different Spider-Man, or a few of the Spider-Man. So, and I ended up picking up another Deadpool just because I really like the, I don't know, just something about it. Could use it for a few different things, so. But they all look really good, and I think they all look good together. So it's nice to have all three of these, so you can kind of see these side by side now. So let's move these two. So for comparisons, I think that's it for the comparisons. I think that's the basics of what we really need to show with them. So in saying all that, I love this figure. I think this is a great release. I think that, a lot of people don't like the Maximum Series. They talk about the price point with the amount of stuff you get and blah, blah, blah. But as I've said in the Spider-Man video, as I said in the Hulk video, it comes down to your preference. If you like this Deadpool more than the Mafex, then that's great. If you like the Mafex one more than this one, that's great also. If you want both of them like I did, that's also great. It doesn't matter. It's your collection. You can buy and put in what you want and take out what you want. It does not matter. But I think that, if really, a lot of people, they complain about the price too. As I said in the other videos, as I said with the Hulk and the Spider-Man, people compare the price points. I think that at the price, I think this was what, 60, 65, I can't remember how much the Deadpool was, 50, I can't remember. Because I just bought it last week. My mind, it's not that I can't. The sad part is I can't remember because I keep like store the place that my guy that I got it from. I keep like store credit on hand, so I don't really remember exactly what the price was. I have the box somewhere. You know what? Hold on. Here it is, right here. Price point on this dude's like 50, so he's like Spider-Man. Okay, so yeah, I mean for $50, I think this is a solid pickup. I mean, I really do. It comes with a bunch of accessories. The Deadpool's a really good Deadpool. The figure's great. I mean, my big difference between this and like a Mafex or anything like that is, if this thing falls off the shelf, I don't feel as worried about it because, well, A, it's cheaper. B, I don't feel like it would break if it fell. It's just, it feels solid. It just feels like a good material, I feel like if my Mafex one fell, it would definitely break. But it's a good figure, though. I'm not bashing Mafex for that. It's just, I just feel like if this one took a dive, I don't think it would hurt it. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, if you enjoy Deadpool at all, though, I think that's the main thing. If you enjoy Deadpool and you love collecting Deadpool figures, you will love this guy. I highly recommend picking this guy up. As I do all the Marvel Legends Maxim series figures so far. I think the Spider-Man was good. You have your diehard Mayfex people, and even with Deadpool, you have your diehard Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech people too. Now I will say, after getting the Mess Toy Spider-Man, it's hard to go back, um, but I mean, everybody has their own opinion, and that's fine. If the figure's great to you, then that's all that matters. But I'm just saying, as a collector, as somebody who enjoys Deadpool, if you do enjoy Deadpool, and you do not have a preference of a toy company, and you just want to collect all the Deadpools or whatever, definitely pick this guy up. He's worth the pickup. So, saying all that, I hope that you enjoyed this review. If you didn't, I hope you at least found it educational and informative. If you did like it, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. One click of the subscribe button for you, one little click is a big click for me. Is a big deal to me. We got past the 500 mark. We're on the road to 1,000 now. We're gaining every day. We're getting some traction. So please, keep bearing with me here. There's a lot of people that watch my reviews and they're not even subscribed to me. So please feel free to subscribe. It would be amazing. Also, in the link in the description here, I have links to my social media. I have Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, where I do a lot of posting of my pictures, like the pictures here at the end, and then even photos that I don't take for reviews, that I just take out of randomness or just enjoying taking some photos, because I love taking photos of my stuff, of my figures and everything, just different things. It's all there, so you can kind of see like what other figures I have in my collection, what I like to collect, and what I like to photo. It's all there. So saying all that, guys, I hope that you're having a great day, great night, wherever you're at. I hope that you're safe. I hope that your collecting will always be fruitful. Later, guys.